this video so I can content and keep growing this channel and keep giving y'all this real and authentic message. Now, I know y'all see the title. Not all allegations are right. We got to talk about it a little bit. Y'all can tell me how y'all feel about it and everything else. But I want to be transparent when I say that. I know there's a lot of allegations, right? Like I said, make sure we hit that subscribe button. I know there's a lot of allegations about what's going on with Diddy. Give me a minute. No kind of verbal or rather physical. I want to say that. But I do want to talk about a little bit about everything that was going on. And I want to bring light to it a little bit because I think that we've been so entertained just knowing the fact of the matter is that Diddy been in trouble and others, that sometimes we don't really speak the real truth about it because a lot of people can't take their personal feelings out of it and understand that this bigger than Diddy, this bigger than R. Kelly, and this bigger than a lot of other stuff that we're going to talk about. I wasn't at no party. Neither do I know Sean Combs or R. Kelly and none of the other stuff. I think a lot of times when we hear these allegations, the first thing we do, and I want everybody to come across this video to really understand what I'm saying. Take the time to understand what I'm saying. First of all, if you come across my video, or you sharing it with someone, and y'all watching it together, I want y'all to do this one thing. Never put yourself in the story. I know there's a lot of people out there that's been abused in some kind of way. But I want to give y'all the real and authentic truth and facts. And I want y'all to be able to reciprocate the same thing. And so what I'm asking you right now to do is take your own personal and emotions and feelings and pride and ego out this conversation so we can actually deliver the true facts and have a Q&A, wherever you had about this conversation. And you tell somebody, look at this, tell me what you think about this guy that did a live. Now, I said and I state that I don't approve or support abuse, but it is alarming and it's starting to get my attention about something. I had to look at this another way. Hey, how you doing, Smart? Make sure you share this video. We got something very important to talk about. So I started thinking about, Diddy got 99 problems, but baby all in, yeah, we're gonna talk about it. You're right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. So I said again, y'all missed it. I'm gonna say it one more time, is that I don't support no abuse. But I will say this much, is that it's alarming about everything that done transpired and took place. And somebody probably saying, well, what you mean? Or what you talking about? Because we all got loved ones and a lot of people have kids. And, the first thing, and I understand people as possible so we can get many people as possible in this. Diddy is innocent like OJ and George and the baby all. Yeah. Let's talk about it. And I promise everybody in the chat, I'm going to get to their questions. But it is alarming and it's starting to raise an eye about everything that's going on because, and the reason why I say that, I don't know if Diddy innocent or not. I know there's allegations. I know that most people that are making these opinions don't know Diddy personally. And so I want to clear some things up because I made video and I stated where I told y'all where I sat with this at. He should be incarcerated. But I got my reasons why and I'll share that with y'all. But I want to talk about a few other things, so just hear me out. I want y'all to hear me out. So, I was thinking about this whole situation. And, I was like, if Diddy did this shit, his ass should be locked the fuck up. And then I started thinking about a lot of other stuff, right? But I promise y'all, I'm going to get to Diddy, and I'm going to tell y'all why I felt like he should be locked up. But I started thinking about a lot of other stuff. And I want everybody to just give me a little bit of time and hear me out. Is that, now it's a pattern and a trend that's going on. And one of the things that I ask myself is, For some reason, all the African American men are going down. Now I know someone gonna say that don't dismiss what he did. I never one time said that he did. Yeah, and I believe that. Joseph, I'll get to that. You know, I'm never gonna say that he didn't. So hear me out so y'all get the real picture of what I'm saying. But I start to think about this thing. The more I think about it, I'm saying for some odd reason, everything that they're saying about Diddy ain't true. Everything that they saying ain't Diddy about Diddy ain't true. Now, is he a multi-billionaire? Yeah, he a billionaire, a multi-millionaire. But here's the thing about it. I want y'all to notice something. I want all my people out in the world to notice something. So stay with me. Look at the trending pattern. Look at that all of a sudden, all African American men are going down. You know, I know we're going to name Harvey Weinstein and all that, but I just want y'all to take a minute and think about this. Now, I don't know what time of day, wherever you at, or when you watch this video, but I want you to think about if you was a parent, or you thinking about being a parent one day, or you got somebody that you love, you know, that is a nephew or whatever case it might be. Now, I want to be clear about this because I say things months and in advance before it even happened. I want you to think about, even though that we talking about R. Kelly, even though we talk about the Diddy's, I think that they're coming out to Jay-Z next. I think that Sean Carter is next. Whether he like it or not, I think he should be preparing for the storm because they're coming for him. Now, I will say this. The black culture is the #1 culture. If people are going to do anything to do it to us because they have gotten away with so much. I know someone might not like it. I know someone might not want to accept it. I know somebody might want to dig and don't and want to prosecute this man in every way in the world, including his innocence. Now, nobody want to talk about it. Nobody want to acknowledge it. But in the black culture, this is why it's so easy to do things because we tend not to care as much when things go wrong. Now, we'll say on social media and talk about everybody and anything. We don't really have direct code of ethics when it comes to our culture. We don't have a standard. Now, some people are going to watch this video and they're going to say, well, that ain't for everybody. They're going to include themselves. When I simply told you in the beginning of the video, don't put yourself in the story because there are thousands and millions that are watching, right? And I just want y'all to pay attention about something. Nobody yet have done the homework that I told them to do. I've simply stated, go back and read the Willie Lynch letter. I didn't get 1 million views this shit because this thing bigger than just what R. Kelly and P. Diddy. This goes back to the beginning of time in 1772, the Willie Lynch letter. I know there's going to be a lot of people. I can't even first focus on how many views I will get or how many people watching. I'm set out to do a purpose. I'm set out to do a job. And I would not shadow away from my job due to views and how many people like or dislike my video. Because I know at some point in time, and one day in this world, there's going to be someone that come across my video just like many other videos and understand what I was trying to tell the world. Now, I know a lot of times when I'm talking that it takes time for the world to catch up to what I'm saying because social media and even this platform is driven by people for entertainment purposes. It's more entertainment purposes, and so even if it's a lie or not a lie, we tend not to indulge in it. Now, I've said this before, and I know thousands of people are going to skip over this video. I know I won't get 1 million views, but y'all got to realize that African Americans is the driving force to white American success. I give y'all an example. Even on YouTube, more than 75% of people are African American that is driving the view. But if we take a little deeper into most of the time Caucasian or white America, this is not because I'm racist. I'm just simply telling someone the truth. And I gotta tell my truth. I don't know. You know, I don't know how many people like the truth, and I don't know how many people don't. And so when you look at us, why people, I want someone to answer this question. Why is it so easy when it comes to the African American culture that so many things can happen? So many things can happen. And then by the time that it happened, let me explain to you. By the time that it happened, we get the most devastating news. We get the most devastating news about whatever it is. Whether it's our kids, whether it's our job, whether there's discrimination, or anything else. I'm telling someone today, I don't know how many people out there can hear me. I don't know where you at. I don't know what your status is. But just pay attention for a minute. Is that they have, the government, number one, have figured out a way, and I hope that everyone that is African American, I'm screaming from the bottom of my stomach to the top of my lungs, that everyone go read the Willie Lynch letter, 1772. For some reason, the government have figured it out when they put the system in place, not only to keep the black woman and the black man under control, but they have figured it out to keep us divided legally and invisibly without them being present. I want to explain to y'all that at no time I support no behavior, but I'm talking to the people that got knowledge and wisdom and understanding and think with logic to understand where I'm coming from. More than 3/4 of the United States of America, our black women is on housing authority, EBT, and the system. Our men are getting incarcerated by the hundreds. Every time a group leaves prison, another group comes in. I just simply want to explain something, y'all, that may not be educated for a minute. So how is prisons ran? Prisons are ran by private people and organizations that get government contracts. More than a third of black African American men are incarcerated. You may not, I don't know your job, I don't know your profession, I don't know what you do, I don't know if you hear me out. And so these platforms is not only destroying us as a culture, but it's putting division between us, you know, because due to the system. And so you think about our black men and our black women, and it keep us divided. Most time, neither party got nothing good to say about either party. You know, so they started off, it always started out with boyfriend and girlfriend or some kind of sex, and then it become a legal matter. It becomes a legal matter. And I ask myself over and over again, while I'm trying to process the fact of the matter is, that why people, my people, why the African American people? Why, what it is about those people so much? Shout out to all the people in the world. But what is it about these African American people that gotta suffer this much? It's got to be something wrong. Why are we just pointing the fingers at one gender? Why are we just, you know, turning a blind eye when it comes to our culture? Why don't we believe in one another? Why when it comes to the system, so many black men, so many young men gotta take a plea deal? Why do our young men, I hope somebody hear me, why do our young men gotta be tried by most of the time all white or more than 85% of a Caucasian jury trial? I hope someone hear me, because I don't know where you at and I don't know who you are. But this conversation could be the next conversation for someone that you love, someone that you care about, someone that got in a bad situation, someone that's going through lies, someone that's going through rumors and allegations. I'm letting y'all know that sometimes we go through things in this world. I'm letting someone know that sometimes we have problems. Sometimes we do things because we're imperfect people in an imperfect world. But that being said, when things go wrong and when we make mistakes, and they are mistakes, that we should be treated fairly. We should be treated like someone. We deserve to be heard. In some kind of way, the government have figured it out, like the Ku Klux Klan figured it out. We don't have to kill African Americans no more because we put guns in their neighborhood and drugs, and now they're killing themselves. In 1772, I won't read the whole letter to y'all, but I'll just give y'all a little bit. Willie Lynch said that he had to install the system. He said he had to install the system. And he said that any European person would be able to use the system. But he said his number one priority was to turn the black man against the black man. And then at the end of the day, he got to turn the black woman against the black man. And he said that, not last but least, always put fear in the African American people. Because as long as you put fear in them, they'll do anything in this world. And then he went on to say that this conversation will last for hundreds and thousands of years. It only been 152 years. I don't know about you. I don't know what you're going through, and I don't know what your bank account look like. I don't know who your mom and your daddy was. I don't know how many times you've been hurt. But I do know that we get down, we get back up when we fall. Sometimes God take everything away from us just to give it back to us. Sometimes we gotta humble ourselves to know the next time what it feels like to have something in life. Everyone is doing everything for views. Everyone doing everything to earn money. So we make up all kind of lies. We make up all kind of allegations. But I ask myself, even in this Diddy thing, even in this R. Kelly thing, then how is it that African Americans can keep the whole world entertaining? And someone gonna say, well, that ain't got nothing to do with what he did. Let me explain to you, King. Let me explain to you, Queen. Because we tend to be professional at our craft when our opinion, when we want our opinions to matter. That's what wrong the whole world. I'm not saying that this man shouldn't be incarcerated for the end of his crimes, but I'm also saying that I wasn't in attendance. I wasn't in present, so I don't know how much of this is true. But I do know that since they passed laws, and minority laws, and women laws, and Me Too laws, that for some reason, a lot of African American men are getting locked up. Now, I will remind someone, everyone is screaming out about what somebody done, but they forget all the people that we have lost to police brutality. The feds didn't go out there. The DA and Homeland Security didn't go out there. We witnessed Sonya Massey got murdered in cold blood. About 2 months ago, and they didn't make a big thing like they making out of Diddy. I hope somebody hear me. I don't know how many people I'm reaching right now, but I know what Diddy did was bad, but it wasn't worse than what happened to Sonya Massey. It wasn't worse than what happened to her. I had to pause for a minute because that's just how much that conversation means to me. And if you notice something, Sonya Massey didn't get the same amount of attention that P. Diddy is getting. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and so many others. The black guy in North Carolina that's hanging from a tree. I can go on and on all day long. But if you don't see where I'm coming from and understand that this is bigger than P. Diddy, this is bigger than Jay-Z, this is bigger than Robert Kelly, this thing bigger than them, man. Somebody, I don't know who it is, pulling the strings behind the scenes. And I'm telling y'all right now, we don't know everything that's going on. And all this can't be true. All of it ain't true, but we can't hold them accountable for what we saw. And we did saw what the hell he did with Cassie. And he should be locked the fuck up. He should be locked the fuck up for what he did. But I'm here to tell someone today that I don't know who it is, but somebody behind the scenes is doing some shit that the world don't know nothing about. Now, I want to remind y'all is that we only see things from the public point of view. We only see it from the public point of view. But I want y'all to think about what I just told y'all. In 1772, this man created a system. Our world is ran by big corporations that makes our laws. Most people don't even first know that the government don't even make your laws. It's people with big corporations that make these lawmakers and come in the room and vote on laws. A lot of us is blind to the fact. And what is happening is that because everyone got a voice, most people that's ignorant and don't have no education and knowledge about some things about life is speaking out so much. So they're making posters too much. We're making comments too much. We're making tweets so much. We're on podcasts. We're on our lives. But most people are not talking with logic. Most people are not talking with wisdom and understanding. And so the whole world is lost, particularly the black culture. And so when people speaking, anytime a black man speaks, most time people turn the blind eye. That's why people that, if you look at the views on videos, the most realest videos don't get the views. They don't get the views. And that's why I tell people that when I set out to do what I didn't sign up for views, because I know if it was up to views, I could never do what I did. I could never do what I'm doing. And so it can't be for views. The message is bigger than views. And at some point in time, our world is getting back to the message. But we're so big in entertainment because people are hurting. Our economy is hurting. So people wouldn't do anything for money. Lie, steal, and kill for money. They wouldn't do anything. Most relationships ain't working. Most marriages ain't working. Friends ain't friends no more. Family ain't family no more. That's why during the holidays, most families don't come together like they used to. That's why friends are distancing themselves and are going the other way. And so we, right before our very eyes, the system is tearing us apart one by one. And we don't even understand it. How they doing it? They're doing it with our men and our women. They're doing it with our kids. Because when the mama and the daddy fuss, it affects the kids. And then what the kids do? The youth grow up and they repeat the same pattern and behavior. Nobody paying attention to this. Nobody paying attention. Everybody was willing to say that R. Kelly should be evicted or be convicted, but they didn't want to talk about his sister abuse him. We skip over the facts and we prosecute our brothers and our sisters, and we forget one thing. When we set up here prosecuting them, we're not understanding when they get to the courtroom, they're not going to have the fair same chance as Caucasian people. So I think we should keep our damn mouth closed. I think we should sit up here and fight, because it's one thing if they're doing it, but they should get a fair goddamn treatment in the goddamn prison. They should get a fair treatment in the courtrooms. We're not getting it. We're not getting it. And the reason why I'm saying this, because ain't no damn way in the world all these goddamn pedophile women that was teachers getting a goddamn year and a slap on the wrist for impregnating, having these little boys impregnate them. These little boys at school impregnate some teachers. They had a long-term relationship with it. The DA know about it. The FBI know about it. The local police know about it. The mayor know about it. The federal government know about it. All these people know about these goddamn inappropriate relationships. They get in the courtroom. They get in the courtroom and get a slap on the wrist. They get a year or 5 years in probation and get out. Why the world ain't talking about that? Why the internet ain't talking about that? I told y'all something wrong, and we don't understand it because people like me, the real people ain't speaking out. Yeah, the real people ain't speaking out. And so we don't understand what's going on. We think we understand. We think we know. Because our world is driven by materialistic things and money. And black people have been at the bottom of the barrel so long that they're willing to do a lot of things that they wouldn't do for money. Look at our women. Look at our women. They bearing and showing our pussy to the world. They showing they goddamn mother nature and they wound to the world. And then when a man correct them about it, they say, why you worrying about body shaming? We body shaming. They took all the men's rights. They don't tell the little girls to stay in their place no more. They don't. Most mothers are not mothers. Most little girls are getting raised by their grandmothers and the system. Most little boys' fathers been going out their life. African American fathers been going out their life before they can walk. Nobody ain't gonna talk about this. Nobody ain't gonna say nothing about it. Now we can't wait to Gail King say something about it because we know that Gail ain't gonna tell the goddamn truth. And so ain't nobody gonna say nothing about this. Everybody gonna say on the internet. Everybody gonna say and act like this. But we sitting back one by one and watching our goddamn culture get destroyed. Yeah, we sitting back and watching our culture die right in front of our goddamn eyes. That's what's going on, people. This thing big. This thing bigger They coming for him next. I'm gonna speak on that. I told y'all share this lie to many people as possible. I got something to say. Nah, they can't shut me up. I done sat back and I've been quiet long enough. And I saw our women, and I seen our women, not our men and our women, ain't did a damn thing. No, but our kids become more unresponsible and less responsible to the goddamn truth, and never succeed in society. Most of the time, our men and our women that are raising these kids are operating out of a hurt, pain. They're operating outside of their normal gender. Now, I'm telling somebody in the world, if you want to be what you want to be, you can be anything you want to be. But let's don't forget, as a culture, what we mean to this world. It ain't too. And a lot of people don't care no more. So that's why every damn thing going on. Ain't too many people care no more. Grandma, all those grandmas and granddaddies, they dying out. All them elderly people, they dying out. Look what our world coming to. Look what our world coming to. Child support raising our kids. But the kids still going to school with clothes that never get new clothes and new shoes. How's the woman keep taking care of herself, and these kids not taken care of? Where these fathers at? Why are these fathers that doing for their kids ain't speaking out? Y'all don't see what's going on? Everything can't be by OnlyFans. Everything can't be about how big your house and how nice your car is. Yeah, I know Diddy did some fucked up shit. Yeah, I know he did. I believe in my heart he did. But it don't change the fact and the issue what's going on with us. So the whole world and the internet ain't gonna talk about it. Because it's, you know what the problem is? They too busy worrying about and getting money. And so it's taken away from the culture. And nobody's using their platform like they're supposed to be used. We some powerful motherfuckers if we use this platform. We some powerful motherfuckers if we use this platform. But you know what? You know why so much stuff going on? Because we ain't using it the right way. We think that everything got to be picture perfect. That's why it's destroying us, because we looking for everything to be picture perfect. Now, everybody ain't going to say things right, homie. Everybody ain't going to do things right. So everything going to be said how you want it to be said. Everything ain't going to be to your liking. But the truth is the only thing that matters. Yeah. Right and wrong, the only thing that matters. Our personal feelings don't matter sometimes. Sometimes our pride and ego tell us that we should be more entitled than we should. But I'm telling y'all right now that this shit is bigger than P. Diddy and R. Kelly. Because ask yourself, why all the stuff happened to all the black, all the African Americans most of the time? Look at all the ball players most of the time that go into the league. Or starting to get fame by himself. He immediately get charges on him. He immediately get things said about him and allegations. Most time they're Caucasian women, and most time they're our own women. And so I ask myself, how all of a sudden all these get fame and then all these allegations come? Think about Deshaun Watson. As soon as he asked for a trade from the Houston Texans, 26 women came out and said that he sexually assaulted them. He left and everything all of a sudden, then all these allegations came out. But then I want to remind y'all, after a year or two, everything went away. When he left from that town, they moved on and got another franchise quarterback. Jameis Winston was another person accused of allegations. That was a star quarterback from Florida State. We don't realize it, but we letting this platform and we letting these people of fame tear our goddamn culture apart. That's what happened. We letting this goddamn fame and this goddamn internet life and this goddamn TV bullshit tear our goddamn culture apart. Now, I went on record, and my shit I don't care about 1 million views. Fuck 1 million views. I want $1 million. I can change the world. That I asked people somebody. Nobody shows why R. Kelly was locked up. But everybody say that, you know what? He did it. Them white people don't come out and say they did shit. They don't come out and say that they don't have this big platform. Oh, he did this, he did that. Let's go back and let's look at something. Let's go back. And I want everybody to think about this shit. Amber said that Johnny Depp beat her ass and did all kind of shit to her. Man, Johnny Depp had people outside the courthouse giving him a round of applause. Now, he did have the receipts that she was lying. But that nigga, they had to shut the goddamn courthouse down. Yeah, they had to shut the court down for Johnny Depp. Amber said he was beating my ass and doing all kind of shit to me. Those Caucasian people wasn't going for people talking about they goddamn celebrity, one of their favorite actors. White America wasn't going for it. Now Amber can't get a goddamn job in the industry to save her damn life. Matter of fact, she supposed to did Aquaman. Warner Brothers told her she could never do a movie with them again. You know why? Because too much money was involved. Johnny Depp, the superstar, the Pirate of the Caribbean. Shout out to Johnny Depp because he's one of my favorite actors. But and I'm not saying that he was guilty, but I'm showing y'all at the same time, Caucasian people wasn't going for this shit. Yeah, people getting their ass kicked been going around for a long time. But the problem is that we sat back and we don't realize this goddamn problem that's going in African American. And the reason why I'm speaking on it, because I thought about this shit and I had time to go home and really think about this shit. And I'm saying to myself, that you mean to tell me that all our goddamn mega superstars, why they being targeted? There's some old people out there, but why they being targeted? You know, I watched the interview with Cuban Gooding Jr. I don't believe Cuban Gooding Jr. had nothing to do with it. At this point in time, we got people that's trying to bring other people in the situation to put our actors in jail. Yeah, if I was a man right now, if I'm in Hollywood, I counsel everything, and I wouldn't do no goddamn business with no damn body. And I have surveillance everywhere I go because the government is targeting black men now. Yeah, this shit bigger than Diddy, homie. This shit bigger than Diddy. Now, I ain't gonna be quiet because this shit bigger than Diddy. And nobody ain't paying attention to it because they sitting around trying to let shit fly underneath the radar. Black people are on social media and we running our mouth about the wrong goddamn thing. Everybody talking about the baby all, everybody talking about thinking about everything except the bigger issue. This shit bigger than them, homie. And the reason why I'm speaking up on it, because I can see where this shit trending to. Yeah, people that do wrong should be locked the fuck up. But let's think about this for a minute. And ain't no way in the world that this many African American men should be in prison and going to prison that's not a celebrity and is a celebrity. There's no way. Ain't nobody gonna talk about it. We get on these platforms and we commend women for every time they feeling been hurt. Some of those women feeling supposed to been hurt. Some of those women supposed to go through that type of shit. Because that's life. It have nothing to do with the relationship. We got women now that just don't want to work. We got men that just don't want to work no damn more. That's their life, homie. It's been from the beginning of time. But this shit shouldn't be fucked up the way it is right now. You got everybody on the internet talking about their money, talking about their fame, talking about their status. What about where you came from? What about the people that raised you that didn't have nothing? What about the people that made those sacrifices for you that worked their you can see the bones in their hand because they worked so hard? How about the people that raised you and worked for you but didn't have nothing to give you, but they gave you more love in the world than you can never imagine? They might not be here with you no more, but what they done for you can't even compare to the money that you made. And we got people that don't show no goddamn respect when they get in position. Won't even mention their name. We got kids that hate their parents because the parents won't even hear them out. They're afraid. We got so much verbal abuse going on in our goddamn culture too, it ain't even funny. And I ask myself, how is it possible that all this shit can go over our head? Nobody on social media is talking about it. Nobody on social media is talking about it. I hear Charleston White calling shit the way it is. People get mad at that brother. But nah, he ain't telling no goddamn lies. The rapper's talking about killing somebody. Yeah, the rapper's talking about this shit all day long. But see, I told y'all that this shit is driven by entertainment. This shit bigger than that. This shit about money. This shit about money. And I'm gonna say this right here. I was thinking to myself, if they can go back 30 years and convict R. Kelly of a crime, why they ain't solved none of these goddamn cold cases? Why they still got to show First 48? Why First 48 ain't doing their goddamn job? You mean to tell me they can go out to Diddy, but they got all these goddamn serial killers that's locked up in prison and still finding bodies? So the same way we going at Diddy, why we ain't going at the government about equal opportunity? about discrimination. Why we ain't going at the government and talking about, nobody ain't gonna talk about how 77% of America, white America, get the best jobs, and 23% of African Americans got to split it with others. So we ain't gonna talk about how the black women getting all these goddamn degrees, but ain't getting no jobs in HR. How is it that our black women getting all these goddamn degrees, but ain't getting no jobs? That's why I ain't worrying about Diddy right now. You know why? Because I care about the culture too much. I care about our people too much. So I can't worry about Diddy because there's a problem besides Diddy, besides R. Kelly, what's going on. Those are celebrities. They ain't the culture. They ain't the culture. But see what it is, we using our platform for the wrong goddamn reason. See, everybody want to set up in here and they don't understand that, guess what? The reason why they can get away with this shit and do what they do, because we ain't pushing the issue. We ain't got to get out there and hold no signs up no more. We can let our voice be heard. Our men and our women can't come together to understand this shit, to save their damn life. Because we too busy at war with one another. We too busy. The goddamn relationship that been broken and everything that been said. Show me last time going on. It ain't nobody able to figure out what we're ain't nobody able to break the system. Ain't nobody was able to break the system. Ain't nobody was able to go against the system and win and be successful. And that's why all this shit going on. All shit going on for a reason. And I'm here to tell someone today that, you know what? You don't get men in fucking prison. It ain't just like what we talking about. This shit way bigger than that. Yeah, this shit way bigger than that, homie. This shit way bigger than that, man. Sitting around acting like this shit don't exist. But I'm gonna tell you right now, black already been discriminated. European, Caucasian people know that we ain't gonna come together. We're gonna always stay divided. I'll be there and everybody else is gonna be there. You know why? Because we ain't willing to come together. This college, we don't need college. They're gonna train you on the job. You don't need college. That's why the shit ain't working, because they give us the job they want us to have, and they putting us on government. I mean, everything with the government and the system. So I'm telling someone right now, that's not even that, but something wrong with the process. Something wrong with the process. And it's funny how people sitting back and ain't gonna say nothing because everything for views and for clicks and for likes. I'm telling the whole world now that I'm trying to figure out how in the fuck that this is going over our heads and no one is talking about it. Don't get me wrong, the Breakfast Club and all these podcasts, that's cool. For whatever platform you got, that's cool too. But there ain't no way in the world that that I want y'all to see for a minute that something is wrong besides what they doing. Ain't no way in the world that they're attacking all our people. You know how many fucking serial killers that are Caucasian and European? Actually, when a Caucasian female goes to the doctor, the number one thing the doctor tell her is that autistic and retardation is in that community. High blood pressure, diabetes in the black culture. There's no way in the world that all these white Americans is just walking around and ain't nothing going on. Now, I want y'all to think about this shit for a minute. There's no way in the world that all these goddamn stars that's white America is walking around and ain't nothing being done. I want y'all to pay attention, man, because I thought about this shit. I know everybody want to hear it, right? Y'all want Diddy lock up? Okay, he should be locked up. But now let's have a conversation. What about they men? What about the Caucasian men? Let's have that conversation. That known for beating on their women, known for having goddamn orgies and all kind of shit. We ain't gonna talk about it. Nobody want to talk about it, right? You know why? Because most times the black culture doesn't care, because if we're not benefiting from the situation, it doesn't matter. Men and women. Men and women. Nobody want to hear the truth no more. Everything you say is sensitive. I miss those times when you can compliment a random female in the grocery store and it meant something to her, because she took time to invest in herself. I miss those times. I miss those times when a man had a uniform on and he worked hard for something, and people know that, guess what? That is a working and a trying man. I know that we got social media I know that the world's a lot more different now. But do it got to cost us our life? One point in time in the world when a girl was sneaking with a guy and a guy was sneaking with a girl, both people got in trouble. They didn't went to prison. They got on punishment for a little bit. So it's funny to me that all this shit is going on and no one is speaking on it. Like I say, I get social media. I got on social media and I set out to do what I was set out to do. It was never about views. It was never about trying to conquer the world, right? It was never about conquer the world. I was never set out and trying to conquer the world. When I started my platform and I got on this, I wanted to simply do what I already have done. When I get one person and one person click on my video, I've already won. I don't care about all the worthless and useless videos that surfing the internet getting millions of views. It doesn't matter to me. My video might not have be like Club Shay Shay. I might not never talk to these people. But if I did talk to these people, this is what I would say. This is what I would say. This is what I would fight for. Because this shit is bigger than just one person. We only see the small shit. We only see the small things, family. We only see the things that they want us to see. We don't know if those people came in and plant evidence in Diddy house. We don't really know. They put baby all out there. We don't really know the specific reason why. It's a bit strange, but I would say that we don't know what really happened. We don't know what really happened. We don't know what really happened. And I say this because I've told y'all that if these guys did it, cool. But now you mean to tell me that there's no Caucasian people out there? Where are they? You mean to tell me that these people ain't doing these heinous crimes? You know, I've stated a few days ago, DJ Kid, most people may not know this person, but he was a guy out of Florence, South Carolina, that went around molesting black girls and did anything to black women. His reaction was, when they asked him why did he do it, he said because black women was easy. You know, it was easy to do to black women. So, you know, they was already broken, didn't care. You know, anybody that's white, you know, they basically are being more nonchalant around their kids. They'll believe everything they say. So he said, so it was easy. Go look the story up, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Kid in Florence, South Carolina, that the world didn't talk about, neither did it went viral. This is a white Caucasian guy that got away and did more shit ever than P. Diddy. And it didn't win viral. It didn't win viral. He gave young girls AIDS, all kind of shit. It didn't win viral. It didn't win viral. I'm sorry to tell y'all. I don't know what y'all want me to tell you, but it didn't win viral. And so we got to remember shit like that too. Because there's no way, when you think about this shit, that all these black guys going down, and where the white guys at? If you notice something, they're talking about Gooden Jr. and all these other people. Where all the white brothers at? Where they at? Oh, my bad. They say that those are Diddy partners. They were Diddy partners. Now Diddy got himself in a lot of trouble, and I understand that. They got evidence to, you know, they got some shit on Diddy that he need to be incarcerated. But I'm telling y'all that the thing bigger than Diddy. It may be years, it may be months before the world understand what I'm saying. It may be a while for the world understand what I'm saying, because see, once you know how this world that we live in is set up, and you're a real adult, then you understand what I'm saying. This shit ain't all about because we see, you know, a celebrity getting locked up, or we can read a paragraph or article and see what happened. You know, most people don't care because it's not entertaining. People got their mind set up who they want to listen to. People got their mind set up, you know, who they willing to talk to. Most of the time, we don't even, most people don't not even educate to the fact they even first do what I'm doing. And so where they getting their validation from? Where they getting their confirmation from? Because if everyone, I want y'all to think about something. If everyone is speaking, right? If everyone is speaking, make this make sense. If everyone on these podcasts is speaking, everybody in the world is speaking, everybody on the internet is speaking, Why don't they speak when it matters the most? A woman can go on a platform and say all kind of shit, and it's cool. A guy go on a platform or he question her, then it tends to be a problem. This has nothing to do about male versus female. This is simply I'm showing y'all that it's a problem with our culture only. Social media is nothing without our people. Jobs is nothing without our people. But we tend not to get it. We're not getting it. The answers are already in front of us. The answers are right in front of us, and we are not getting it because we're making more problems within our culture than it got to be. Nature is trying to tell us that something is wrong with our culture and our people. The world is telling us that something is wrong because we're the only ones in the world that's suffering the way we are. We're the only ones that's suffering in the world. This shit bigger than Diddy and R. Kelly and other people. Like, like they coming for Jay-Z. You know, if they haven't contacted him already, they're coming. There's nothing he can do. He should get prepared for it. He should be concerned. He should be concerned. Where there's fire, there's smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I've said this on my video 5 months ago. I said this a year ago, and it just coming to pass. Those videos didn't get 1 million views. But I'm proud of me because I know what I believe in. I believe in myself. I believe in the truth. I believe in being authentic to the people that's going to come across my video. One day, or Sunday, or tomorrow, or today, I'm doing it for those people. I'm not doing it for the people now. I'm doing it for the people that one day come across this video and going to understand that this guy was trying to tell us, and the world wasn't paying no attention. We have adopted so many things in this world, and our mind is so occupied to the point we can't even understand general knowledge, simple things in life, the truth when we're hearing it. Because we have been caught up so much in the world till we've been prone to not believe the truth when we hear it. And that's sad. We shouldn't be that way, but it is. And I pray to God that we get better as a nation, as a country, and as a culture. Because we're the ones that's suffering the most. We're the ones that's suffering. Our women don't want to hear it. Our men don't want to hear it. We're the ones that's suffering the most. No matter what people say, we're the ones that keep suffering. Something is wrong. I know a lot of people want to talk about a lot of different things. Something is wrong. Something is wrong, people. I'm just letting y'all know I thought about it and I thought about it and I thought about it. Yeah, he where he need to be. But ain't no way in the world y'all gonna tell me that ain't something wrong with this shit. Only a fool will say that and don't understand what I'm saying and what I'm trying to tell you. That we can't make everything about our life, and then when the conversation about us, we now we want to talk. Now we want to understand. There's no way in the world that this many African American men should be getting locked up. There's no way. There's no goddamn way in hell this many African American men should be getting locked up. There's no way in the world that the government gonna just go after African American celebrities, freak off, and all kind of other shit. There's no way. I refuse to believe that shit. I refuse to believe it. It ain't just about no Sean P Diddy gonna tell on somebody. It's not about that. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not, people. And I'm sorry if you don't want to hear that. Everybody can't be rich off YouTube. Everybody can't be rich off social media. And I see so many people doing this shit, but then don't talk about the issue. Don't speak on the truth. Not talking about the single mother, the single father. Not talking about the system. Not talking about make a better program for these kids. You're not talking about how we're not talking about how the government talking to these guys because they want a processing fee. They want that processing fee that millions of people paying. Those are millions of dollars. Those are millions of dollars. And so, I mean, it's crazy because I can give y'all so much. But why ain't nobody talking about this shit? Because we talking about all these other issues and all these other things. Most people living check to check. Most people trying to figure it out. Most people are barely surviving. Most people barely surviving. And so we are our own worst enemy because we fail to realize what's going on right in front of us. And I'm saying to myself, and I hate to say this, but I'm going to say this, that there's no way that all these black men are suffering. You mean to tell me white guys, they ain't talking to white guys. They ain't talking to white ladies. I'm just saying something fucking wrong, bro. And people are not using their platform. I'm begging y'all, I'm asking y'all to speak up. How much more begging I got to do? How much asking I got to do? How much more sympathy and remorse I got to show? How much more I got to show? I'm asking the whole world to speak up because our kids hurting, our elderly hurting, our single moms hurting, our single dads and the trying dads, and the future dads are hurting. The next generation is hurting. I'm asking the world to speak up. I'm asking the world to speak up. I'm asking every broke man. I'm asking every broke woman. I'm asking every trying mother. I'm asking every trying father. I'm asking every grandparent. I'm asking the young teenagers and the young adults. Speak up. Understand. Let's bring knowledge and wisdom to our culture. Let's get some of it. Let's get it back to them. Let's put some of those 90s and late 80s back into this society, so it can be a better world. Let's show the youth what our world used to look like. Let's set them down. Let's put more programs in place. Let's don't wait till the government do this. Don't wait till the government do this, people. We are destroying ourselves right before our very eyes. The bars and the clubs is good, but can we put our kids first? Can we put the elderly people first? Can we put the ones that are sick and shut in first? I'm only one man. I'm only one man, people. Uh, we tend not to care about other issues because we too busy trying to, get money to show people a life that we trying to have. I put out, on a real story, I put out about a few weeks ago, I had a partner that died because he couldn't afford life insurance. So I set up a GoFundMe page and I put the funeral on down there. Not one person donated. Not one African American donated. Not one person. Because that's how we think about our culture. But we'll go buy all the designer. We'll buy all the designer. I sent it to Stephen A. Smith. I sent this shit to Oprah Winfrey. I sent the message. Oprah Winfrey could have called the funeral home and said, "I just want to check on the guy." Thank y'all so much, man, for tuning in to BSP in Carolina. Thank y'all so much for being a part of the show. Make sure y'all share, click, and like this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so we can keep going in, people. But to next time, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Just Keep It Real Slow show / BSPN Carolina, man. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in to the show. I hope you enjoyed it. But comment down below and tell me how you feel about it. I'm gonna go real quick and I'm gonna go real quick and acknowledge some of the people that's been out in the chat, and I'm gonna answer the questions real quick. So if you're part of the show, ask me anything real quick. You got 2 or 3 minutes to ask me anything. Valator, Diddy got 99 problem, but baby all in one. Yeah, I feel you on that. Diddy is innocent like OJ, George Floyd. If the baby all doesn't make it fit, you must be acquitted. Iran, what's up? What's happening? Joe Ballard, Diddy done some things. Yeah, I know he did some things, bro. um, yeah, Joe's begin. Yes. Right, black men, black women, keep separatism. Yep. Ray Johnson, what's happening? Bad news, get the views. What's happening? What's happening, Ray? Ray again, say that there's on Diddy, but saying nothing, but the gay rights bill passed. Yeah, we'll talk about that in another video, Ray, about the gay rights and all that. And like I said, one of the things is, people, I want to remind people that one of the things is that this going on because, like I said, again, it's about our voice and what we do on our platform. And so just keep in mind that, great comments. I love the comments. Matter of fact, make sure y'all give me many more comments down below and give me topics about things that y'all want me to talk about, and everything else. And I'll be glad to, talk about those topics. People, matter of fact, if you want to schedule me for an interview, I'll be willing to do an interview with anyone. I love interacting with interacting with people to get the real authentic truth and everything else. So people, yeah, keep the comments coming down below. Down below. Ask me anything you want to ask me. But thank y'all so much for tuning in to BSP in Carolina on YouTube. Make sure y'all share this video to as many people as possible. Make sure we get the word out there. Make sure, I'm gonna leave y'all with this, is that I want to make sure that everyone understand what I'm saying. Right? I never said once that I condone or what someone do. I want each and every individual and every follower and every subscriber that come across my video to understand the message, right? Take yourself out the story. Never put yourself in the story. But thank you so much. Thank you so much, family, for tuning in to BSP in Carolina. Go watch the whole video.